Hello everybody and welcome to Cinnamon English. Today we're going to look at a resource, and today's resource is the Jolly Phonics Word Bank. So this is 15 pieces of paper that you can download from the Jolly Phonics site, and it is really good. I really recommend it. So what is it? Basically it has all of the Jolly Phonics sounds, s, at, it, p, n, k, etc. And as you progress, it shows all of the words that you can make from those sounds. So starting with s, you can't make any words. Now with s and a, you can make your first word, which is as. But this one is underlined in black, and there's a reason for that, which I will explain later. Then, when you get to your third letter, so we have s, a, and t, you can suddenly spell sat or at. Then you get to as far as e, and you can spell sit, it, its, is, as well as, of course, sat, at, and as. Then, as it goes down, you can spell more and more words. So even just by the end of the first set, which is here, with k, 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 you can spell quite a lot of words just with one set, 6 letters. So that's the reason that they teach it in this order, satipin, rather than A, B, C, D, E. So it's very good. Now, firstly, there's 2 columns. I'll explain this. The left column are more common words, and the right column are less common words, or more difficult concepts for people to learn. Also, some of the words on the left are underlined in black. They're also underlined in pink on my version. The underlined in black means it's not the standard pronunciation. So normally we pronounce this as s and this as a. But this word here we don't pronounce as ats. We pronounce it as az, a Z sound. And the Z sound we do learn later. So this is an alternative reading or a tricky word. So this is as. So that's why it's underlined. And all of the words I've highlighted, I didn't bother with the underlined ones because they are different and it's confusing. So why have I underlined words in pink? The reason is, as you can see, there are so many words, especially as you get further on. There's a lot of words, and some are more useful than others. So when I'm teaching, I just find it's better to have these highlighted, and I can more quickly identify the useful words. It just makes my lesson quicker, and it just makes it less boring. So how do I teach it when I'm teaching? My favorite method is with a whiteboard. So, for example, if they're on set 1, I will say something like sit, and hopefully they will write s, it, myself there. It. Hopefully they'll write something like that. Okay, that's the idea. Now, it's a little bit difficult, so to help them, I use this. This is, sorry, it's probably out of video. So, this is the Jolly Phonics sound card, I think they call it. And this has all the sounds, and this is very good. The only problem with it is if you buy it, you have to buy, I think, 20. At least in Japan, I had to buy 20. And for me it wasn't a problem because teaching's my job, but if you're a parent then you probably don't have 20 children, so it's probably a little bit much. So if you want to save some money, you can just write it. So imagine your child is up to set 2, you can just have this, and in some ways this is easier in that the child isn't confused. When you're on set 1 and the child only knows 6 sounds, giving them all of this is a little bit scary, maybe a little bit daunting. So maybe just the sounds they know is easier, maybe for some children, depending on your child. So you put this in front of them, and I'll say a word like ant. And that would only be set 1, so we'll just go here. So we'll just go set 1. They only know set 1, and I say ant. And usually I'll just get them to point. Where's a? Look here. A. Okay, please write a. I'll write that. And then I'll say, please, the next is Where's and hopefully they'll pick this one, and you go and then I say t, and hopefully they're gonna write this one. They're gonna put their finger there first, and then I'll get them to write it ant like that. Later on, you don't need to point so much. You just need to say it, and over time they'll get fast, and you'll say ant, and they'll write it very quickly by themselves without even touching, and that's fine. That's good. And then you can go to your next set like that, and you can open it up. So that's how I use it. You can use a whiteboard, you could use a pen and paper, but I find the children really enjoy the whiteboards, so that's how I do it. So that's about it. It's a really good resource. It's free. If you go to my website, I'm sure I always forget things when I'm in my videos, so I'm sure I'll think of some more things and I'll add to my blog post about how to use it, and I'll try to give you some more tips. If you have any questions, you can ask them here on the YouTube comments, or you can ask them on my blog how to do it. But yeah, just recommend it. It's really good. It's free, and it just has a lot of stuff. Also, it does actually continue quite a long way. There's 15 pages. It's quite large. It's quite a lot of stuff. And this is the end of the standard Jolly Phonics. So this is R. This one is R. So that's the last sound here, and then it actually goes into alternative spellings as well, which is another big subject, but we can go talk about that in a different video. But anyway, I've already talked too long, so thank you for listening, and yeah, have a nice day. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.